Fear No Man, by Chip Brogdon, www.watchman.net. Many Christians are in bondage to the fear of man. In discussing this very real and widespread problem, let us acknowledge from the beginning that we cannot be God's spokesperson and be afraid of people. We will find it difficult, if not impossible, to faithfully give all the counsel of God when there is a spirit within us that withdraws from people out of fear, timidity, or anxiety. If there has ever been a time in your life when you bowed down and said, "Lord, use me, speak through me, have your will through me," then you can expect that the Lord will immediately begin to deal with you regarding the fear of man. It is a fundamental lesson we must learn in order to be fruitful and faithful with all God commits to us. Let us get right to the point. We are afraid of others because we love ourselves too much. When you have dealt with self-love, the fear of man will be dealt with at the same time. The fear of man is but a symptom of self-love, and is manifest in three basic areas of our relationships with others. If a servant of God is able to overcome in these three areas, he or she will be free of the fear of man. They are desire for appreciation, desire for compensation, and desire for promotion. We will look at each one individually. Desire for appreciation. Multitudes of saints fall at this point. We want others to understand us. We want them to comprehend the meaning behind our actions. We want them to grasp what we are saying. We cannot bear the thought of being misunderstood. We wish for others to appreciate the truth we speak, the word we bring, the insight we have. The flesh is clothed in such a desire, and it will be a snare to the one who speaks the word of God. We cannot be afraid of other people, what they will think, how they react, if we do and say what we are led of the Spirit to do and say. Fear of man will cause us to utter many words in addition to those given to us by God. This must be avoided at all costs. When Jesus spoke to the multitude, he did not glory in how large the crowd was. He did not congratulate himself on having such an influential ministry. Instead, he sought to thin the numbers out by sifting them with a difficult word, saying, "You must eat my flesh and drink my blood, if you wish to be my disciples." At this saying, the multitude and many of his disciples turned aside and no longer followed him. Instead of running after them in an effort to make himself understood and accepted, he watched them go. Then, turning to the 12, he said, "Will you also go away?" Here is a man who is not afraid to be misunderstood because he is not afraid of people, what they will think, or what they will say about him unjustly. We can discern his meaning, but they could not. Why did he not explain what he meant? Because he had no love for himself, no desire to be understood. He only called for those who had ears to hear. He spoke the word and allowed the hearers to exercise their own judgment and spiritual discernment. He had